Well, hello everyone, I'm back, the new proud American conservative. Yes, I got more important info, not too many of you can stomach. There is no trade deal with China. Pete Navarro just said it about an hour and a half ago, okay? This is breaking news, even though you may not even hear it much in mainstream media because the president might tweet, the trade deal is back on the table and whatnot. But no, there is no trade deal with China. You can't knock the president for trying, but let's just call it for what it is. It is coming from Pete Navarro, not me. I will post the link down below. Our world changed in March, ladies and gentlemen, not only because of a pandemic national emergency that President Trump issued in March. It was when crude oil sold off, when it went under zero. It was basically $39 to take delivery of crude oil, to take a barrel of crude oil that would pay you $39. What are the odds of that? Like, if anybody would ever ask you what is the one thing it would never happen, I think a lot of people would say when it comes to commodities, when it comes to finances, they would say like crude oil is not going to go into negative territory, or possibly gold. But gold is not going obviously anywhere close to negative territory. It's just continuing to go up. Why? Because a lot of money now, a lot of investors, a lot of smart money are buying gold, silver, platinum, palladium, etc. because they understand what is going on. They understand the situation in Turkey with Libya and etc. This is all a geopolitics that a lot of people need to follow. Otherwise, you will get destroyed emotionally, financially, however you want to look at it. You have to pay attention to what's going on in the world, because what happened today with this no-go trade deal, this can be now turning to even more crazy talks between China and United States. It can lead into some major conflicts military-wise. We don't know this. Stock market can plunge just like crude oil did. The Dow Jones Industrial Average can go from 27K to 5K in less than few hours. That's why I tell you guys to take some profits when you have, opportunities, when you're up, let's say 20% on your stock pick, and you just get out and then it drops and you say, you know what, I'm just going to buy it back in, then you get out just in case you hedge yourself off against this madness. And you also hedge yourself off in a way that not too many people are talking about. You use some of those profits that you made in the stock market or whatever else you're doing. You can be selling cars, whatever your business is, whatever your expertise are, using some of the savings like 20-30% and buying gold, silver, and platinum. It's a must in an environment like this. That's why you see surge in gold, okay? Breaking through $1,900. It was $1,300 when I started talking about it on Parler, and people were laughing, okay? This is, I started talking about it in late 2018 when the Fed Reserve tried to raise rates and the markets hated it because our economy was not booming, and it sold off over 20% in just a few hours. So that's when I knew things were bad. And then you saw repo scam that banks were doing in September, just several months after that sell-off in December of 2019. Then we had the repo scam when the banks did not trust each other to lend overnight, liquidity transfers overnight. This is where you need to look at, okay? It's not what you hear on the mainstream media. I know it sounds like beating on the dead horse, but it is 100% true, okay? You will be mentally, emotionally, financially destroyed if you are not paying attention to what's going on. 10-year yield is a very important one to take a look at. Now it's at 0.58% as I'm recording this video. This is very problematic because what it's showing you when you see the yield drop, this is opposite of the stock market. When you put a lot of money into, let's say, whatever stock like GE or whatnot, Amazon, when a lot of people put money in, that stock goes up, right? Everybody knows that. But when it comes to yields in the bonds, when the money starts to come in, the yield drops, which means the money is leaving the stock market. And this can happen so quickly. You got someone like Warren Buffett pulled the plug out of Apple, let's say, with his whatever 400 billion that he has in just one stock, and puts it into bonds or whatever else he decides to go in. this can be devastating for average Joe not understanding what is going on. So once you see the 10-year yield start dropping, you know the money is leaving the stock market and going into a safe asset. I don't think bond market is safe asset at all in an environment like this. I don't. I just keep it super simple. KISS, gold, silver, platinum. That's it. Silver right now is my top pick. I mentioned it in my videos from 2 months ago when I started doing videos on YouTube. I talked about silver on Parlor in 2018 when it was 14 bucks. Now it's 22 and a half, almost 23 dollars an ounce. That's the most undervalued asset in the world. Why? Because it's used for money. It's used as industrial. It was $50 back in the last crisis through a great recession in 2008, 2010, in that range. And now it's 20 something. What can you buy today that much cheaper than you can buy 10 years ago, right? And the biggest catalyst for silver to go up is when people realize right now that gold is kind of like out of reach for a lot of people at 1900 an ounce. They're going to start buying silver, okay? It is just going to happen. All it takes is CNBC to start talking about it, and there goes silver to the moon. So that's my pick. I said it before. I'm going to say it again. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what I'm doing. Okay, when it comes to stock picks, I picked EXK. I started talking about it on Friday. It's looking pretty good now. It's up close to 45% since I mentioned it on Friday. Now my next pick is GSS, but I did not put my entrance. I did not enter in GSS yet because I'm hoping for a pullback as gold is been exploding. So I want to get into GSS if it drops under $3. Okay, so this is my pick. Look into it. Golden Star Resources, GSS. I love USAS. America Gold and Silver, I talked about that one. I'm hoping there is a 15% drop in that one or 10%. I might be getting into it again, and I'm going to hold these. I will not be trading them much because I think there is a lot more upside to them based on a lot of research that I did. God bless you all. We'll talk tomorrow.